Hi guys, welcome to Oliveboard's YT channel. So this is your session on one of the most important part of grammar, where you get maximum questions on error spotting, maximum weightage topic, as you can see, subject verb agreement. So if somebody asks me what is the most important topic which you must cover for your exams, is subject verb agreement, because this is from where you get your questions, maximum time, error spotting. Now, subject verb agreement, why is this called syntax errors or subject verb agreement? Because the rules are related to verb, meaning is the verb correctly used, is the verb agreeing with the subject. If the subject is singular, verb has to be singular. If the subject is plural, verb has to be plural. So accordingly we check. Okay. Now, English is a funny language. I was just seeing a reel also the other day. So why do they mention he goes? We say I go, they go, but why he goes? Okay, he is singular. Some people do not understand this basic logic that when you put s in a verb, it becomes singular verb. So goes is a singular verb. So any verb you pick up, any verb, this is the start which you should know. Okay, so she she sings. Don't get confused with this s. I know in noun topic, when we put s, it becomes plural. But in verb topic, when you put s, it is singular verb. Okay, it is a singular verb. Right? So this is one basic we should know, even the beginners particularly. We put s, it becomes singular verb. Now, she subject is singular, so singular verb is required. Now, we are going to do all the rules which will talk about how to check the verb in a given sentence as per the subject, how the verb should be, right? This is what we are going to look into. So, let's start. But before I begin, let me tell you guys, we have a complete course for EPFO, UPSC EPFO. So, please enroll using code Harshita. You will get all the topics, okay, regarding this particular paper. This is a Learn Pack complete course, which is a recommended code. You will get also notes, classes, everything. The code is Harshita for maximum discount on this plan, and it's a central government job. A great opportunity. Fill the form, start preparing now. Use the code Harshita for discount. We have super elite plan for all your bank exams included, RBI assistant, LIC mains. You can get concept videos, live classes, test, mock test for prelims, for mains, everything in super elite. So super elite plan, also use code HARSHITA. You will not get a better discount than this on this code. Okay. Mentorship plan, if you want, if you're a beginner and you don't have any idea about banking, you want personal guidance, you want the faculty member to be your mentor, to call you, video call you, track your performance, be there in your entire journey of preparation, go for the mentorship plan. Again, use the code Harshita for maximum discount. So this is the information first, very important regarding our courses. Now let us start with the rules. The first one is here. When two subjects are joined using any of these phrases, remember this list, as well as, together with, along with, unlike, except, rather than, in addition to. If you add two subjects using these, the verb will be obviously according to the first subject. Okay, so always and always first subject you will use to determine the verb. For example, the director, I'll give you the example, the director as well as, the director as well as, the dancers as well as, the dancers were honored by the public, were honored by the public. Okay, this is your sentence. Now, in this particular sentence, like I mentioned, if you are connecting two subjects with as well as, first subject क्या है? Director. Second subject क्या है? Dancers. Okay, the verb should be according to which subject? First. So, director singular है, ये verb गलत होगा. What is a singular verb? Was. ठीक है? So, always, because it depends on with which, if these phrases you are using to connect, always first subject, verb according to first subject. Clear? One more thing I wanted to tell you is, I hope you know this guys, singular, plural, form, how it is different, singular verb and if I say a plural verb. So tense wise you should know this. For example, is in present tense singular verb, are plural. Past tense was singular, were plural. Perfect tense has singular, have plural. Okay, this much also you should know. ठीक है, बहुत बेसिक रूल है. देखो, द मोर यू विल प्रैक्टिस विद द क्वेश्चंस एग्जांपल्स, यू विल रिमेंबर द रूल. ऐसा नहीं कि भूल जाओगे, याद रहेंगे. ओके, अच्छा, वन मोर. द मदर and not her children the mother and not her children have been arrested for committing theft. Okay, now and not, we are connecting two subjects, subject 1 the mother, subject 2 children, with and not. In this case, guys, again you will use the verb according to subject 1. So subject 1 is mother, have is plural, what will come? Subject 1 is singular, so verb will be has, singular. Are you getting this? Okay, so even if you connect two subjects with and not, the verb will be according to your first subject, remember. Next rule. Now, we have all seen these words in pronoun, indefinite pronoun, each, every, all these are singular. Okay, they look like a plural, you can say subject, but no, they are always singular. I will give you a very basic example, you will never forget, because you'll always remember with that example. Okay, now if I say, like for example, we say everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. You see, everyone is the subject. It looks like a plural, but it is singular only. We say no, everyone are nahi, everyone is welcome. So this is a singular one. Now, one important thing to note in this question, all these are singular, each, either, neither, somebody, someone, everybody. Okay, every boy and every girl, every boy and every girl has been invited. Every boy and every girl has been invited. Now if you see here, क्या है यहाँ पे? Every लिखा है. Though it is connected with and, every is written. So every is written, what will you write here? What will you correct here? With every, we always use singular. So has becomes your singular part. Okay, has become your singular part. Chalo, next one, next question. Guys, remember here, even though two subjects are there, don't get confused, and is there, but if every is written, you have to treat it singular. Okay, each of the students is obedient, each also singular, each of the students is obedient. Okay, I'll write one more example for you, otherwise you guys will get confused. Each of the students is obedient, not are, not according to students, each is singular, so is. Okay, all these words are treated as singular. Okay, now coming to the next one. You know these pairings I taught you in conjunction, either nor, either or, not only but also. So ये pairings हैं, we use it as our correlative conjunctions. We know correlative conjunctions, these are pairs we use. ठीक है, अब whenever we are connecting two subjects in a sentence using these pairs, any of these pairs of correlative conjunctions, remember the verb will be according to nearest subject. What do we mean by nearest subject? That is what I'll explain to you. What do you mean by nearest subject? How will we connect? Okay, neither the students, let's take one example. Neither the students, neither the students nor their guide, nor their guide were found present in the common room, were found present in the common room. Okay, now you know this is one sentence where we are using neither nor. We are using the pair, okay, which is the pair, guys? Obviously correlative conjunction pair, neither, and here we have nor. Two subjects are connected with neither nor, students and guide. But closest subject, we say the verb will be according to closest subject. So here the closest subject, as I can see, is guide. The verb cannot be were, guide is singular. So based on the closest subject, the verb will be used. Nearest subject was, guide is singular, so was will be used. Okay, समझ में आया ये? Guide के according, singular subject के according, the verb will be singular again. Clear? Yes or no? No one but the leaders of our country. Let's see one more example. No one but the leaders of our country is responsible no one but the leaders of a country is responsible. This is a very interesting example also for this state of affairs. For this state of affairs. Okay. Now please understand here, you are talking about closest subject. So is cannot be correct. Leaders is the closest subject. So as per leaders, what will you write here? Are. As per leaders, what will you write here? Are. Closest subject. Like I mentioned, closest subject. Okay. So whenever you talk about these pairings and you are connecting using these pairings, two subjects, nearest subject, see what is the nearest subject, use the verb accordingly. Okay, next one, proximity. This, a lot of people make mistakes. I don't know why, but I feel this is the most basic thing. Proximity is closeness. Okay, so there is something in grammar which is called error of proximity, closeness. People forget what the sentence is talking about, okay, and they mark the verb or they use the verb according to closest subject. They forget what is actually the matter, what we are talking about. They forget that. Okay, so error of proximity is very interesting here. Okay, I'm going to talk about this, or I'm going to show you this error with the help of examples. You'll better understand for sure. ठीक है, एक बहुत अच्छा सा एग्जाम्पल लेती हूँ तो मैं आपको बताती हूँ एरर ऑफ प्रॉक्सिमिटी. Okay, now ठीक है, what are you talking about? Proximity means closeness. Like I said, proximity is closeness. ठीक है, अब इसमें क्या होता है, जिस भी आप सब्जेक्ट की बात कर रहे हो जरूरी नहीं है, इट इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट, इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी दैट द सब्जेक्ट विल बी closest. Okay, for example, very basic thing, the quality is very basic, the quality of the mangoes are not good. Are not good. What is not good, guys? Mangoes are not good. Are we saying mangoes are not good? We have used are because mangoes is plural. Are you saying mangoes are not good? I can see that this verb is closest to the subject mangoes. But the problem is, we are not even talking about mangoes. Our subject is not mangoes. Our subject is quality is not good. So quality is singular. What will come here? Is. So usually people make this error because they feel closest subject is this, proximate subject, proximity error. They will mark the verb according to this. No. What are you talking about? What is not good? Quality is not good. Quality is singular subject. Are you getting the point? So this is what is called error. We sometimes do this error or make this error a lot. Okay, this sometimes I feel is like more like a silly error. His knowledge of Indian vernaculars are far beyond the common. His knowledge is great, like far beyond the common. Now in this case, again you will see, what are you talking about? You are not even talking about vernaculars, different languages. No, his knowledge is far beyond. Knowledge is singular. So this is your subject. Though there is a difference. See, there is a space between the subject and the verb. But please don't feel that nearest subject will always be used to determine the verb. No, the verb cannot, there can be cases where verb is not closely placed with the subject. Okay, you have to understand that. Not always verb and subject are very close in a sentence. Okay, so placement can be far, but the subject, you have to determine which is the main subject, accordingly use the verb. Now again, guys, here this is, I think you would probably know this one, right? When two singular nouns refer to the same person, then they are used by one article, and please, then in that case you have to use a singular verb only. Okay, for example, the director and manager of the firm is invited. Now why is? You are talking about one person. How we know one person? The is written only once. If I write the director and the manager, means two people. Article is written only once, then we are referring to same person, one person only, who is the director also and manager also. Are you getting it? Because article is written only once, that is how you will know. Okay. Now sometimes we use pairs. Okay. In these cases, basically there are two different words, but they come together as one pair. Okay, as one pairing means they are not synonyms, but they are used as one pair. For example, bread and butter is difficult to earn. Now in this particular case, I know you will tell me bread and butter are two different items, but still we are using is. It is correct because bread and butter is idiom, which means living, like basically to earn it is very difficult, your means of living. So means of living is difficult. Okay, bread and butter means how you sustain. Okay, so the context is very different. Okay, it is correct only, there are two items, but we are not using them as this one pair. This is used as one pair, talking about only one thing. Bread and butter means what you earn. Okay, but you can say bread and butter are sold here. Bread and butter are sold here. Okay, so are sold here, we are talking about two different items here. Bread different and butter a different item. Bread and butter are sold here, two separate items we are talking about which are sold. Okay, so this is the logic. Now simple conditional sentences, because these are not facts, they are something we wish, which is not real, unreal. I wish is used. Okay, as if is used, as though is used. With these words, I wish, as if, as though, because you are talking about something imaginary, condition, right? Imaginary, which is not real. With these, always plural verb is used. Were, were, past tense plural. Please remember, always plural verb where you are talking about imaginary situations and something which is not real. Okay, you are making a wish or giving an imaginary situation. Okay, next, very, very important, there are certain phrases with which we have specific rule that we must always follow. Okay, what are these? First, I will talk about the first one, many a. Okay, some people feel, is this even a word? It is. Many a is same meaning like many. Sometimes you will see sentences start with many a instead of only many. Meaning is same, but this is a different word. For example, how will you use it? Many an accident has taken place. Many an accident has taken place. Remember always that when you start your sentence with many a or many an, it is always followed by a singular verb. Meaning is same. Many an accident means many accidents. You can write same sentence like this. This will also be correct. Many accidents have taken place. Many will take, have. Okay, many accidents have taken place. But if you write many a or many an, it has to be singular. Meaning of both these are same. Okay, so this is something which you should remember. Now, more than one, this phrase is treated as singular. This phrase, more than one man was absent. More than one man was absent. This phrase is treated as singular. Whenever you find more than one in a sentence, use a verb which is singular. With it, the verb will be singular. Now, here a number, one expression, and the number. The difference is a number is plural. For example, a number of guests are invited. Why are? Because with a number we always use plural. Okay. The number of boys is 50. Why is? Because with the number we always use singular. Okay, so this is how you will remember. This is like specific related to phrases. So this is how you will follow. Clear? Chalo, let's go to the next one. Rule of inversion, one of my favorite rules, golden rules of grammar. I call it the golden rule of grammar. One rule which you must know, must remember to follow also, rule of inversion. Actually, you can call it in adverb also. We study it in this topic also. I usually tell people in the verb topic only. But yeah, rule of inversion is very basic also in grammar. Very simple to remember also. I'll show you how. So guys, what happens is, inverse means inverse the normal order. When you have some negative words and your statement is starting with any of these, hardly, negative adverbs, barely, scarcely, all negative meaning, little meaning is also close to zero, nothing. Like we did in chapter adjectives, we understood the meaning of little, right? Negative. Okay, then we have nowhere, only then, rarely, seldom, many words, seldom, rarely. Okay, so any of the negative adverbs, if you start your sentence with, you cannot use subject after it. First verb will come, then subject. Normal sentences, what do? Subject plus verb plus object. Here it will be reversed. How? In rule of inversion, verb comes first, then subject comes. Verb form come first, then subject comes. For example, seldom do we see such an amazing display of dance. Okay, so now you see here, we are starting with seldom, so helping verb will come first, then the subject is written, right? Verb first, then subject. Helping verb first, then subject. Rule of inversion is being followed. Okay. Second one I will say, rarely will you hear such beautiful music. Similarly, we are starting with something negative. Therefore, helping verb first, then the subject. So, you'll follow this rule of inversion in any case you're starting your statement with something negative. Very important rule. Okay, I'll star mark it. Chalo, let's now move to some questions very quickly because we have done the rules. Okay, very quickly we'll see some questions. You have to find the error part based on subject verb agreement. Okay, so the melting of the Arctic permafrost and the subsequent release of carbon dioxide and methane gas into the atmosphere will alone add an extra trillion cost of climate change to the global economy by the end of the next century. Scientist has. When scientist is plural, how can you write has? Fourth part has error. With scientist, what is the verb you will write? Plural subject, plural verb, have. You know, very easy to catch these errors. Let me tell you, one of the most important topics, you are lucky that they give a lot of questions from subject verb agreement, because this is one topic from where you can easily find the errors and get marks in error spotting. Okay, next one. What will be the error? We are typing and clicking every day by using the keyboard and mouse. We seems. We is a plural subject. You cannot write plural verb. What will you write? Sorry, we is a plural subject. You cannot write singular verb. Okay, this is plural. Plural verb required. Without S means plural verb. Seem, not seems. We seem. We means plural subject. Okay, next. Next one. One could be a Malayali or Tamil or Kashmir. One could be nahi. One could be. Verb form be is required after could. Third form is not required. Could be. First form. After could always. Okay, one more rule which is very much tested in your verb topics. Let me tell you. After all your modal words like can, could, may, might, shall, should, always use base form of the verb. So with could, because it is a modal, we will use be. So all your modal verbs like can, could, may, might, should, all these will take the base form of the verb. Next. The difference between the lower reported rates of illness in poorer but high burden states arise. You have learned rule of approximation. What arise? Difference. So based on difference, this verb should be arises. Based on the subject which is singular, the verb will be singular. The difference arises. Okay. Next one. Next one. You have just now learnt with a number, we always use plural. Okay. So a number of dish were brought in for dinner. This is correct only, right? The number we use singular, a number of dish were. Okay. Okay, as a group we are using the king and queen was seated. Okay. Far away. First one. Simple. Now guys, you will find the PDF of this session on my Telegram group, which is Harshita Khurana, the grammar girl. So check the PDFs there. This is a recorded video, so any queries you can directly message me also. And this is very basic. We will do more and more practice when in the classes, live sessions. Okay. Also on Insta, do follow me. My Insta handle is Harshita dot the grammar girl. Here I'll be putting all the content. Right. Thank you for watching. And guys, anything you buy on Oliveboard, do use the code Harshita. This is very basic. If you did not understand, it's okay. I was not present live, but yeah, when in the live classes, we'll go in detail. Lots of practice from these rules, then you will understand. For the first time, if you're watching it, just whatever you are able to understand, 60%, 70% good enough. We will go further in detail and with lots of practice with the same questions. Do like the session. Thank you.